Blood on the souls, rope used, key, surveillance camera, the accounts.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious?
Kinda.
Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikon clearly have different body types.
Well, not that much.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
Camera angle?
Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Okay, so that's gonna be our trigger here. Let's review the footage. In my memory. Camera angle was an interesting one. Video. Hospital gown wearing a hemp bag on her head as they willingly climb a stepladder toward her nose. I guess here's the question, what is the element of this video that completely confirms the location? Because that's what we're trying to do here. We want to completely confirm the location. I'm thinking hospital gown. Because in theory, no one else should have had access to them, to the hospital gowns. Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be a hospital gown. Because if we assume that none of the motel group broke quarantine, hospital gowns are stored in the hospital. If none of the hotel group broke quarantine, then the only people who could have possibly obtained the hospital gowns are myself, Fihiko. Well, basically, it's got to be, because that's what's most tied to the hospital location itself. Maybe. Let's see, what else is she listing out here? There's a lot of stuff.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof?
Hemp bag? No, that's
Is
from
the
the theater.
hospital gown she was wearing
That's
suspicious?
not bad.
Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Slippers specifically is
Ibuki and
interesting.
Mikon clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown?
No.
Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
I don't think camera
Just
angles
from
is.
that dim candlelight?
Candlelight could have been from anywhere.
There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
Oh, wait a
Hajime,
minute.
pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
We're not looking... Okay, we're not looking for actual evidence about the video. We're looking for it to slip up and say something only the person who filmed it should know. That's what this is about. Okay. That's what this is, I think. So.
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Let's think about this.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof?
That's pretty obvious.
Is the hospital gown she was wearing
Again, that's pretty
suspicious?
obvious.
Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Obvious too, I think.
Ibuki and Mikon clearly have different body types.
Alright, those could all be easily
Is
inferred.
that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video?
inference.
Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
And anything having to do with the outfit is pretty obviously inferred. Pretty easily inferred. The candle we talked about in the trial itself. So that can't be it. Camera angle stands out a bit. But I'm not sure it proves anything. Because, like, the fact that there is a camera angle is kind of obvious. Right, there has to be a camera angle. Hemp bag on the head. Wait, hold on. Hemp bag on the head, maybe. And I think we specifically mentioned that. But maybe it is the hemp bag. Because only the killer would know that there's two? But I mean, I think, I don't know, I'm not
the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
We're gonna try the hemp bag.
Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikon clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Okay. Hadre, calm down. Now's the time for you to panic and enter berserk mode. Calm down and think carefully. What is the evidence that Mikon was the one who filmed that video?
Damn it!
Okay, next thing, hospital gown, I'm thinking, because you can't get the hospital gown outside of the
We can't
hospital.
think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikon clearly have different body types.
Is
The issue
that
with
really
gown
your
is gown
proof?
and slippers prove the same thing.
You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Dang it! What do you want from me? Okay.
Damn it!
Oh, that was my last life. Dang. It's a bit tough when you like feel like you already have presented all the evidence required to convict, and then it's like, nope, we need more. It's like, I'm satisfied. Anyways.
This is my... We will never give up!
I'm gonna try camera angle next. I think maybe, I don't know.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Think carefully. Ugh. What am I doing here? Okay. Hajime. It's this person dressed in a hospital gown wearing a hemp bag on their head. So they willingly climb a step ladder toward moves. And Ibuki was found with hospital slippers, so again, that's pretty inferable. Dim lights. I mean, he talked about the candle mid-trials. That doesn't really prove anything. Maybe just say, like, body type? Because, I mean, they have similar, like, body types, I think.
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the
Or maybe I need to do
hospital
it the
gown she was
other way
wearing
around. Maybe I need to do
Okay,
Killer's
the
mistake on one of her
hospital slippers she
sentences?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight?
I guess I can contradict her statements with
There's no way you'd be able to
themselves
make out her body
as
type.
well.
So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Damn it!
Alright, maybe I need Killer's mistake,
I'm not the killer!
and then I use that on...
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on? Is the hospital gown? Or could it be the hospital?
Ibuki and Mikan.
Is that really? You could tell her body just from that. There's no way you'd be. So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Don't flinch, don't hesitate, don't run away. No one who saw that video. Who else is gonna if I don't?
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof?
Dang it! Oh my god.
Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you
Man, this chapter started
who
so
could
well.
have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikon clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
I don't know what I'm going with here,
Hajime,
man.
pay close attention and listen well.
Like, I don't think it's a, oh, she said something only the killer could know, because every statement she made is either easily inferable, or we addressed in the trial itself. And heck, you even know the camera angle by implication, because there wasn't blood on the ladder. And there only should have been if it was facing to the left. What? It contradicts... Can I contradict her own statements to each other? The bag, I mean, the bag is, again, kind of obvious. But I do kind of think maybe this is where, like, oh, there's two bags comes in. But I've said the bag! I've said the bag! Like, I'm pretty sure I've said that multiple times. Like, I didn't know it was Ibuki because she had a bag on her head. I guess maybe I didn't specifically say it was the hemp bag specifically, but...
You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
No, I wanted that.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Is the hemp bag on? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikon clearly have different body types.
Is that really? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
Hajime,
And I'm
pay
not
close
sure if I
attention and
ever
listen well.
specifically stated...
You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
I'd use this on gown or bag. Bag seems more important.
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof?
Nope. Did you say there was a person wearing a hospital gown and a bag on their head in the video? Yes. Haven't made a mistake at all. Please forgive me already. Maybe the camera angle?
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
I guess I've never specifically stated what the camera angle was. So she doesn't know for a fact it was far enough away that it would have been difficult to make out like, specific body types.
Tell her body just from that camera angle, just from that dim candlelight. There's no way you'd be. So please forgive me.
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Okay, so let's be calm here. Let's just look at all these statements in turn.
Anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh?
So
Do you have any?
we are looking for a slip up, I think.
Is the hemp bag on her head the proof?
We already stated this was a fact.
Is the hospital gown she was
We already
wearing
stated that was a
suspicious?
fact.
Or could it be the hospital
And that's
slippers
easily
she-
inferred.
Ibuki and Mikon clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown.
Wait, he was agreeing with you. Okay, never mind. There's no way you'd be able to tell his figure is under that really loose hospital gown. That isn't even proof that I was the one who filmed that video.
Damn it!
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Deep is the hemp bag up? Is the hospital gown? Or could it be the hospital?
Ibuki and Mika.
Is that really? You could tell her body just from that camera angle, just from that dim candle. There's no way you
Candlelight we specifically went over. It has to be camera angle. There's nothing
Pay
else.
close attention and listen well.
I'm still not even sure what a camera
Only
angle
one who can
proves
point out
here,
the killer's
but
mistake.
like everything else is either we went over in the trial or it's super easily
Not the killer!
We can't think of
Confirmed.
anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Deep is the hemp bag up? Is the hospital gown? Or could it be the hospital?
Ibuki and Mika.
Is that really? You could tell her body just from that dim. There's no way you'd be so quick!
Time's up. Sheesh. This trial started off so well too.
This is my... We will never give up!
What on the souls or anything? I did use cheat code. I'm pretty sure I equipped that.
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that.
Huh? Deep is the hemp bag up? Is the hospital gown? Or could it be the hospital?
Ibuki and Mika.
Is that really? You could tell her body just from that dim candle. There's no way you'd be so pleased.
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Okay. There we go. It's the camera angle. It's gotta be the camera angle.
Not the killer!
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Deep is the hemp bag up? Is the hospital gown? Or could it be the hospital slippers?
Ibuki and Mika.
Also, I do
clearly
like
have
her line
different
of the
body
hospital
types.
gown is suspicious.
Is that really?
I like how that's voiced.
You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
I'll shoot through that
Okay, there you
contradiction.
go. Camera angle. What does it prove? I don't know.
Mikon, you've committed a major mistake.
Has she? I mean, like every video has a camera angle. It's I mean, I'll let him finish here, but every video has a camera angle. Like, now granted, she may not know what the specific camera angle is, but it's not an unreasonable inference if you didn't immediately recognize and call her out that the camera angle was such that it was difficult to make out specifically. Like that to me, I don't think that's on the same level as, you know, it's the classic, you're at the crime scene, it's like, oh, police are investigating, and someone walks up and is like, oh, so how's the shooting going? And like, we never revealed he was shot. Anyway, well, I guess we'll see where this goes. I'm kind of upset about these last couple, if I'm being honest.
Mistake?
As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that video.
What's wrong with that?
But I never said anything about the camera angle.
Okay, and?
So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
Like, and there's not no logic here, but like, as the final blow, it's not a hard inference, right? By definition, the video has a camera angle, and since you haven't brought up any, information like, oh yeah, I saw the video, and in it, it's pretty clear that someone who matches, Mikon's build. It's not from there a tough inference to just say like, oh yeah, it probably was a bad camera angle, or the resolution was off, or the lighting was bad. I mean, heck, there's even an argument to be made in this specific instance, the poor lighting might be more at fault than the camera angle. Or the crappy screen. Or just the fact that, I only got one look at a very, suspect, shocking image. And didn't necessarily have time to analyze it deeply. And also, Mikan and this is the basis of my theory in the first instance, Ibuki and Mikan actually have pretty similar builds. I mean, I think Mikan's got a bit more meat on her bones, but I mean, not to a major extent. Anyway.
The only reason Mikan knew the camera angle Hajime had seen is because you're the person who actually filmed that video. Is that right?
This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself into a hole. You lied, didn't you?
Are you serious? Is it true, Mikan? Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki? Forgive me!
Huh? 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 Huh?
I was wrong. Wrong. No, that's not it at all.
That's not it?
I mean, it's impossible.
Impossible.
You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead. Ding! I totally remember now.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
That tote bag, isn't it the same one that girl was wearing in the video?
How do you know so much about that video?
Who cares about that? More importantly, did you know that bag is a limited item that was sold at the movie theater? Hajime saw it too, didn't you? You remember the Usami decal on it, right? Whoopsie! Don't worry about it. I remember even if you don't.
That wasn't there before.
Ta-da! There's no mistake that tote bag is a limited item.
But, I mean, we've already established it's a literal impossibility that this video took place at the actual, it's literally impossible this is actually Ibuki's suicide. That's not even up for debate at this point.
So don't you think it's impossible? Using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time? It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible. Don't you think? That's why that video isn't fabricated, and I'm not the killer. So you'll forgive me, right?
Taking your stubbornness this far. Such despair.
Then you're gonna forgive me? I won't stop until you forgive me!
And isn't the mere fact that she's asking for forgiveness kind of like an admission of guilt? Long time no see. Well, not really. It's time for the third panic talk action. This is probably going to be our last job during a class trial. Please hear me while I taint your ears one last time. Starting from this PTA, the reload and ammo features will be added. You will no longer be able to make do with just the left mouse button. Below the temple marker is the lower portion of the screen. The number of bullets are displayed. From this point on, you'll need one bullet to destroy one remark. When you're out of bullets, you won't be able to destroy the remarks no matter how much you mash the left mouse button. Press tab to reload. Okay. It's like locking on, press tab key in time with the tempo marker. Controls are the same as left mouse button. Match the tempo marker either by pressing the tab key. The number of bullets refreshed is based on how well you kept the tempo. If you have the timing wrong, then when you press the tab key, bullets will not be refreshed, so please be careful. Also, your ammo will be completely refreshed and will not run out during fever time. Okay. You don't need to reload in gentle, but anyway, we end gentle here. Guess this was a pretty useless explanation, even though it was the last one. That's all the explanations for class trials. The rest is up to you to overcome. Great. You should be able to find it beyond this point, what you and I both yearn for. True despair? Oi. Well then, good luck and have fun.
I'll keep explaining it until you forgive me! That bag is a limited item!
Okay.
That's why that crime is impossible for anyone to pull off.
Well, clearly someone did.
This chick, has she lost it for good?
Will you forgive me? You'll forgive me, right? Isn't that right? You're obviously gonna forgive me, right?
At this rate, we're not getting anywhere. Gotta do something and end this. Gotta do something so I can make her admit it.
You still haven't forgiven me? Please,
Oh.
draw on me! Why only me? Please, draw on me! Can you forgive me already? Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me! Can you forgive me already?
Alright.
I'll do anything you want.
Time's going pretty well.
Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Forgive me! Forgive me! Why only me? You still haven't forgiven me? Please, draw on me! Why only me? Please, draw on me! Can you forgive me already? Forgive me! Forgive me! There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
Bonus prize.
Please, draw on me.
I know there
Forgive me
is.
already.
There is a bonus prize.
I'll do anything you want. Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want.
Okay.
There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two
Theater.
places at the same time.
Bonus prize. There you go.
This is the end.
Not used to there being a divided word. Like Thea? What the heck is Thea?
Monokuma mentioned this earlier.
When you buy one bag, you get another one free. It's a common practice to bait customers with bonus prizes.
Whoever bought that bag should have received another one as a bonus prize. Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in two separate places. So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
Why? Why can't you forgive me? Why?
It seems your desperate struggle is finally coming to an end.
Why does everybody always hate me? You should just forgive me already!
Mikon, it's already over. After I go over your crime from the beginning and show that you have no arguments left, please just admit it already. In the end, at least let me believe in you.
I'm not sure what he means by that. Alright, closing arguments. Here we go. Let's see. So it's obviously not this. So I turn that on. Killer video. You rush over. Meanwhile, Killer takes off the bags like, oh, what a nice day. Come on in. I see a murder. It can't be that. Killer comes... So after I rush back, Killer reveals the body. There we go. So it can't be that. You glue the doors here. You must. Yeah, okay. And that's already that, I think. Well, no. Okay, but after you've, like, taken that out, there's, unbeknownst to you, a clue left behind. I guess you smash things and there's more.
Here's everything that happened in this.
That's it?
The key to this incident is the surveillance camera video that only I saw. That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with Mekon this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time.
How did Hyoko die? Well, I presume she
switched on the
saw.
monitor, what appeared on screen was a person wearing a hospital gown
Mekon in
and a
the
bag
act,
on their head about to
I
hang
guess, and
themselves
then
right
we
at
had
that
to
moment.
silence the witnesses.
That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music venue. That's why I thought the signal originated from the music venue, so I immediately headed over there. But that was the killer's trap.
Kind of weird we start at this point and not at the murder itself. I'll be honest.
In
Okay.
truth, that video was recorded in a different place.
Like, normally we start at the murder itself, not just me finding it.
The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparations in advance. And then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room.
Well, I guess in this case the cover-up was the bigger
By
like
doing so,
thing than the
they
crime
tried to make me
itself,
think
I
the
guess.
incident was happening in real time, when in fact, the crime had already been committed by that point. The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a
Never
fake.
found a murder weapon for Hyoko.
I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the hanged body wearing a bag on its head. Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. But that was also part of the killer's trap. After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside. And, as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue and began working on their last trick. First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Hyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hyoko's body hidden inside. Next, the killer destroyed the surveillance camera that was used in the conference room. After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music venue, but when they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene. In the end, the killer transformed the crime scene into a closed room. They broke one of the drumsticks from the storage room and placed it near the music venue's entrance. However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside. In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room.
And to an extent, I'm kind of impressed. I
Forced
didn't realize Mekon was capable of this prior to this chapter.
With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko and me. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it. And they made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hyoko's suddenly present body as well.
I will say, with regards to the the rope argument thing that lasted like forever, it is kind of, it's like what I said, I think even all the way back in like chapter 1 or something, that Mekon would be a really scary murderer because of her ability to just kind of lie about forensics.
At the time, they pretended to be surprised.
She
but
did not disappoint in that regard.
inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out. Isn't that right, Mekon? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
guess I'm still curious as to why specifically she did it.
Whoa!
If it's what I think
now
it
she's
is.
laughing?
It's been such a long time. This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you. This feeling of despair!
Okay, yikes.
Mikon, you... What has happened to you?
Whoa there! Before that, a moment of your time.
Yes, Monokuma, what's up? Well, I mean... oh, jeez, that's like 36 minus 2750. Ouch. Ugh.
It seems your arguments have reached a conclusion, so let's proceed to our regularly scheduled voting time.
Okay.
Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote.
I guess the one mildly concerning thing about the result of this trial is really we only definitively proved that Mikan covered up the crime. Now, it stands to reason that if she covered up the crime, she probably also committed the crime. But I really hope she didn't do some sort of stupid, like, selfless act of, like...
Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Let's go!
I think we got her. We got the right person. Alright, that seems good. Now I got new voices. Class trial end.
Well now.
Now then, though it may be obvious at this point,
Correct.
you got it right once again. That's like 3 in a row. That's right, the true identity of the horrifying Blackened who killed 2 girls was a Mikan Sumiki.
Damn it.
You gotta be shitting me. Saying Mikan, the one who nursed us back to health, was the one who killed them?
I won't forgive
Don't joke around with me, Mikan. Did you lie to us all along? You planned to kill them from the start while you were nursing them? Well, this is a turn.
Hey!
Don't just laugh, say something. This is going nowhere. I think we broke her.
What's going on?
Hey, this chick.
Hey!
This is Northern Lockpicker. She's actually gone mental.
That's obvious.
There's nothing we can do. She's no longer the same person. She's no longer the Mikan Sumiki we knew. Huh? Oh, please don't tell me she caught the disease. That would make this so tragic.
Hey,
Based on my predictions, she might have caught it too. She probably had the despair disease, which was the motive for this case. You know what? Monokuma, that's cheating! That is just straight up cheating. You can't... You're pushing us to kill each other by fundamentally altering our personalities? Like, what?
What?
Mikan too, you say?
I
I know, because I was looking at Mikan for so long. She was the one taking care of me, after all. My consciousness kept drifting, but even so, when I did catch a glimpse of her, her expression was full of despair. A despair so devoid of hope that not even a single fragment of it remained. Oh, hold on. Did you say Mikan also had the despair disease? Then that means she was...
What?
Ajay, something crossed your mind. My body's heavy. Not just heavy, it's somewhat soft and really hot. It was right there all along. That's right. Mikan felt really hot at that time. Now that I think about it, it must have been a high fever. Just like what Ibuki and Akane had.
It cannot be.
Then because of that disease, Mikan was...
Perhaps.
The symptoms that she surely felt must have been deserving of the name despair disease. Losing all hope and harboring despair for all hope. Because of the despair disease, she was likely overcome with despair.
See?
That's the reason why she can still laugh in such a hopeless situation. Well, this is just sad.
Jeez.
Which means the Mikan standing before us is no longer the ultimate nurse. She's a completely different person now that she's infected by the despair disease.
Isn't that right?
She's a human who deserves to be called the ultimate despair. She was sounding a bit familiar back on the stand. Ultimate despair. That's the reason why I cannot forgive this. I'm killing someone for the sake of despair instead of for the sake of hope.
Possible.
There's no way I can forgive that.
Oh?
What am I doing for new Mikan voice? I guess it's not a very long-term decision. For the sake of despair? That's completely wrong. Huh? Wrong? Wrong? What's wrong?
What I did was for the sake of my beloved.
Huh? Huh?
Who are you talking about? If only they were still alive, they'd be so happy. Oh. I know.
My beloved was the only one. That's right. The only one who never hated me. They forgave my existence. They forgave me and accepted me. They gave me value.
Is this someone I know?
They loved me. I loved them with all my heart, and they returned it in full. This is my reciprocation.
Killing people? Don't think I want to meet your beloved. I understand that I've done something unforgivable. But, you know, to transcend all that, it's truly
It's love.
what love is all about.
Hey,
I don't understand what you're saying. You don't understand? Is it because you don't have anyone to love? Is it because you're also someone who isn't accepted by anyone? What a pity. I feel sorry for you. that struck Nagito right in his soul.
Well,
Even if I say this, I'm sure nobody here would understand, but love is a wonderful thing. This feeling of freedom, you no longer care about anything. My beloved and I are the only ones within that thin veil, and I'm just looking out through it. So as long as I'm on the inside, no matter how much they tease me, slash me with water, kick me,
how amazing.
it's like nothing matters. I could just die, that's how little it matters. Who cares? I'd hope it's there's love, only love.
Could it be?
Nagito, is this really the despair disease you were talking about?
this is...
It seems that I was wrong. Not only was she affected by despair. You're half right it's right to say that this is all thanks to that disease. Because thanks to that disease I was able to remember my beloved. Remember? I heard that's what my symptom was. What a wonderful symptom. Which means you had the remembering disease? Quick, tell us everything you know! But if this means she remembered something and ended up like this...
Such despair.
Are you saying you're like this from the start? Were you like this before you even came to this island? Don't get so angry. Oh, first of all, the reason I came like this wasn't my fault. It was all your fault, you know? Because it's not like I'm entirely responsible for turning out like this. I'm the person I am today because of my many human relationships. So it's everybody's fault that I turned out like this, you see? You know, take some responsibility for your own actions, girl. And so the courage was most strongly influenced by my beloved's existence. And it was also my beloved who created the me that everyone can't forgive. But my beloved still forgives me and still accepts me. That's the key difference between all of you and my beloved.
Don't fuck with me!
Like I said, who the fuck are you talking about? Hey, could you just give us a name or something? Not that it'll help much, probably, but better than nothing. Are you saying this is Mikan? She is the real Mikan? Mikan, please answer me. Do you really remember? You ended up like this all because you remembered? There's no way I can believe that. There's no way the person you are right now is the real Mikan. Oh, you still doubt me? Then to prove I remember, I'll tell y'all something nice. It's about the world, that World Ender organization that you all were worrying about.
You serious?
You know? Not know, I just remembered, that's all. I knew about it all along. How that horrifying organization known as World Ender is also the organization known as the Future Foundation. Future Foundation? Future? That's right, that symbol on the ancient ruins door. That's right. It was a Japanese word for future.
Hey,
just what is the Future Foundation? What are they planning? As the name suggests, that organization is the World Ender. The Future Foundation is trying to end our world. And it's simply they're trying to claim the world for themselves.
this is bad.
What the heck? This isn't a comic book, you know. Part of their plan to end the world, the Future Foundation brought us to this island. Isn't that right, Manawi? Huh? Oh, I knew it! Manomi and Monokuma, they're both members of that crazy organization, aren't they? Manomi and I aren't members.
I am Monokuma!
My existence is entirely my own. Don't laugh like that.
Hey,
Thanks, Nagito. Why aren't Nagito on the same page? What does this world come to? Don't laugh. Hey, Mikan, if you really do remember, then you already know, right? You know the true identity of the traitor hiding among us? Of course I know that. Let's see, the Future Foundation lackey that's hiding among you all is...
Oh?
Oh, well, no one really cares about that, don't you think? No, we do quite care.
of course not!
Hell no! I thought eventually, so there's no need to be so impatient. Oh, when that countdown ends. Countdown? You even know about that?
Oh?
I don't know anything. Huh? I have a feeling that's what it is, but who cares about that, you know? I'm drowning in so much love from the bottom of my heart, I just don't care about anything. Anyone or anything.
That is...
Mikan, is this really you? I won't believe it. There's no way I can believe you were like this all along. Because if that's true. And who's the person we've been spending time with up until now? The past. Past? That person. She didn't exist in the beginning. She's just my past self who lost her school memories. You guys consider that thing a friend?
Oh?
That doesn't make me happy at all. Just fills me with despair. You guys accept my past self and not my present self. So that's...
Well...
Well, that applies to you all as well. memories of people, memories of events. Whatever memory it is, losing memories are.
Do you understand?
Like losing your personal identity. Memory is the most important component in building a person, don't you think? Losing our memories makes us shadows of the past. Don't you think?
Hey,
I know what you're trying to say, but in the end it always leads back to that story. That story about our stolen school lives.
hey, hey!
So it was true all along. Our memories were taken away.
Damn it!
If it wasn't true, we wouldn't be suffering this much. Well, why don't you just take your sweet time and remember at your own pace?
Oh?
Oh, Monokuma, is it alright for you to start now? We have so many questions, Mikan!
Yes, indeed.
Punishment time? Damn it, why? Megan, why does it have to end like this? This is too pointless. This is too much.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Ultimate Nurse Mikan Sumiki.
So it's over. It's really... Now I can go to my beloved, who always forgives me. I can finally see them.
You know, too much forgiveness can be an unhealthy relationship in its own right. Yeah, you want your partner to be, pushing you to be your best self and not just wallowing in, mediocrity and failure.
Please forgive me, the one who's going to die with the hope of finally seeing you.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Man. I really wanted to be wrong this time. I did. It's the first time I was right in this game on who I thought it would be from the outset. Sad. What is he injecting her with? That's what I call a high. Well, it's finished. Is it really finished? The killer who killed Ibuki Miyoda and Hyoko Saionji was Mikan Sumiki? And she's been executed. She apparently committed her crime because she was afflicted by the despair disease. Which still feels sort of like cheating. Like, I thought this was about revealing, like, the human experience and the shortcomings of morality in this crazy world of ours. Not injecting someone with brain chemistry altering, disease. Hijacking them, ant fungus style. So what's finished? Nobody wanted it to end this way.
Let me ask.
Who was that Mikan from earlier? Was that her true form, or is that itself a symptom of the despair disease?
Damn it.
Doesn't matter either way. She ended up like that just from remembering. And all along, Mikan was never worth being a symbol of hope. But even if her words were influenced by the despair disease, the disease turned her into that. I mean, come on, man. Like, she was the one who nursed you back to health. Like, she was kind and earnest through the first couple chapters. Like, if she lost herself to a simple disease, then she was definitely unworthy of being a symbol of hope.
Isn't that right?
So let's just move on. Come on, let's take all this despair and change it into hope.
Please wait.
That is impossible. I mean, I thought we were friends this whole time, but even so. Like a house of cards collapsing in an instant. In the end, our friend we thought we knew ended up showing us a completely different side of herself. Then she vanished from our sight, leaving behind only her malice toward us. And now there's no way we can just move on or try to have a clear-cut attitude about these feelings. That's clearly impossible.
Damn it!
Would have been so much easier if she was the traitor too.
Wrong.
Too bad that's not the case. Mikan was not the traitor.
Come on.
The traitor is still alive. As proof, see how fine Monobi looks right now. Huh? What do you mean how fine Monobi looks? I am not fine at all. But if the traitor died, you wouldn't be this calm, right? I mean, you're both pawns of the Future Foundation, so you guys are like two hearts beating as one, right?
You fiend.
What does that make you, fiend? You did say that you're different than Monomi. Who cares about who I am? More important, I'm tired. The drama just kept going and going. I didn't even have time to eat my black bean, right? I didn't even have time to eat my black bean right eye during the break. Am I having a stroke?
Hey!
Your right eye is made of black beans?
Hey!
Wait, now's not the time to focus on that. What are you trying to say?
Hey,
You know, isn't it said that life has its ups and downs? It's fun because downs come after ups. But if life was full of downs, wouldn't it get boring? So, in order to help you guys feel better, I prepared a special event. Special event. Head over to the First Islands beach. An old friend will be waiting there. An old friend? Who could that possibly be? Old friend?
Huh?
Oh, Nekomaru. Yeah, that makes sense. Could it be Nekomaru?
Hey!
Is it? It is, isn't it? Nekomaru is safe after all. Safe? How should I say this? I knew it. I knew that crazy bastard Nekomaru would come back to us in one piece. Awesome, we're starting to see the light of hope. The light of hope? I am happy Nekomaru is returning to us, but I,
So just as I thought.
3 of our friends just died, so I honestly cannot be happy. Miss Sonia.
However,
Even so, I'm still happy. If Nekomaru is safe, I am truly happy.
Fine.
If you are happy, you should honestly greet him with open arms. Perhaps those who have been taken from us would do the same if they still lived. Oi, Supreme Overlord of who gives a shit. That line doesn't suit you at all.
Silence.
Silence, I shall crush you into dust. Ibuki, Hyoko, Mikan, can you hear us? If you are unhappy, I apologize. However, please forgive me for right now. I want to warmly welcome Nekomaru when he returns to us. You don't have to worry, Sonia. I'm sure your feelings are reaching them.
Right?
Then let's go greet Nekomaru. Let's make it grand even for those who have died. What the heck? Do I have the after effects of that disease? No, Akane. This is what's called empathy. I don't get this at all. Akane.
All right.
Alrighty then, let's go. Yeah, you're right. Nekomaru's coming back. When we heard that, we weren't able to contain our excitement as we jumped into the elevator. There's gonna be some sick, cruel twist, isn't there?
Uh-oh.
Man, they just ran off without listening to what I had to say.
Unbelievable.
Jeez, they're so impatient. Didn't they learn to stick around until others have finished talking? What does that mean?
Hey!
You're plotting something again, aren't you?
No way!
I'm not plotting anything. I was just trying to properly explain everything to them. Including, Nekomaru's body. Huh, Nekomaru's body? It's their fault for not sticking around until I finish talking. So if something happens because of that, I bear no responsibility. Hey, what did you do to Nekomaru?
What's this?
What did I do? I just saved him, that's all. I mean, if I didn't do that, there's no way I could have saved someone who was that close to death. So it just couldn't be helped. As soon as we exited the elevator, we started running. Alright, to the beach on the first island. How's there the beach? Isn't the entire thing a coastline?
Alright!
Alright, let's haul ass! Even though our minds were completely exhausted, strange enough our bodies felt light. Without stopping for anything, we kept right on running toward the beach on the first island. Where in the world is Nekomaru?
Hey!
Hey Nekomaru, show yourself!
Listen!
We have come to pick you up. Please hurry up and come out of hiding. We raised our voices. We looked around the area. We raised our voices again. We looked around the area again. And so on and so forth. We kept looking for him. But...
Hey!
what the hell, man? He's nowhere to be found.
Damn it!
What we did all... Could it be? Did we get all false info from Monokuma again? And that's when it happened. We heard a familiar voice echo throughout the beach.
What happened? Were y'all looking for me?
Could it be?
That voice! With high hopes in our hearts, we turned toward the direction of the voice. And then we saw something truly unbelievable.
Huh? What the?
Yo! I've kept you waiting.
Oh, wait a
Hey,
minute.
what's going on? Perhaps you don't remember my face since we haven't seen each other in a while. That's pretty sad, you know? That's too much!
Who are you?
Huh? You too? What's going on? If you're messing with me, I'll stop doing it to you.
We never did find out what it was.
Nekomaru? Haven't you noticed it yourself?
What do you mean, noticed? Oh, you mean this body? This is nothing!
What?
My name's Nekomaru Nidai! I've been reborn in the rivers of hell!
I mean, I guess I'm glad he's pretty upbeat about this whole situation. Nekomaru indeed. Nine days left. Until what? Chapter 3 over.